This question is considered by some as a very difficult question, but in reality it is fairly easy to solve using basic algebra. So let's try solving it using basic algebra. So the first thing that we have is x plus y plus z equals 1, and we know that x plus y plus z whole squared equals x squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 2 into xy plus xz plus zyz plus zx. Now we have the answer to two parts of this equation. First is this one, the second is this one. So let's put the answer to it. It becomes 1 square plus equals 2 plus 2 multiplied by xy plus yz plus zx. So we get that xy plus yz plus zx equals minus 1 by 2. And let's consider this. And the second equation that is going to be of use is x plus y plus z whole cubed, which equals, and again we know the answer to both of these parts. So it becomes 1 equals 3 plus 3 into x plus y plus z into z, which means that x plus y into y plus z into z plus x equals minus 2 by 3. And let's call it the second equation. So let's multiply these two parts and we get xy plus, now that we know that xy plus xz plus yz equals minus half. Let's put the value and we get y square minus half multiplied by z plus x equaling minus 2 by 3. And after this point, let's substitute this to z plus x. And how we are going to substitute z plus x? We know that x plus y plus z equals 1. Therefore, x plus z equals 1 minus y. And now we actually have a cubic equation in our hands, which is 1 minus y equals minus 2 by 3. When you solve this cubic equation, you will get 2y cubed minus 2y squared minus y equaling 1 by 3. And honestly, at this point, we have gotten the answer to what x, y, and z are. X, y, and z are actually the zeros of this cubic equation. But one of the zeros of this equation has one real root and two imaginary roots. Two zeros of this cubic equation are in the form of a plus iota into b and a minus. Let's just do it in a very basic way. And one of the zeros for this cubic equation is y equals 1.4308, and this is actually what's going to decide. Now before we go on to finding the answer to the equation x to the power 5, y to the power 5 and z to the power 5, let's do one final thing, which is let's put this value into xy plus yz plus zx equals minus half. And let's change this equation a little bit, which gives me y multiplied by x plus z plus zx equals minus half. and let's say I'm going to put some value for that plus x. I'm actually doing this for a reason that is going to appear later on, but I'm going to put y into 1 minus y in place of x plus z just to get the answer for this, and zx equals 1.116, and let's remember that zx equals 0.1163. The overall point is that because of the fact that the zeros of this cubic equation are complex, and they have values that are their absolute value is about is less than uh, is around zero point 0.2. The more you raise it to a power, the lesser it gets. So, and that's one of the biggest reasons why you later on see that this number, this 1.4308, is the only thing that's going to decide whatever power you raise this equation with. For example, if you raised it with 6 instead of 5, the only determining factor is going to be this number. So now that you've calculated that zx equals this value, and we want x to the power 5 plus y to the power 5 plus z to the power 5, let's just multiply this and these two equations, and in a way that it eliminates the value of x square plus y square plus z square equals 2, because y squared is near about 2.0, and that's why x square plus z square equals minus 0.0437. And similarly, the value of x cube plus y cube equals 0.07075. And because we want this equation to be every variable to be raised to the power 5, I am going to multiply this to this, and this is going to be in negative. And because we just calculated that if we take x square z square common, I would get x plus z equals 0.00334. I'm just going to put the value for this, which is 1 minus y, and 1 minus y is 0.4308. X to the power 5 plus z to the power 5 plus 0.1163, which is the value of z into x, and both of these are squared, so this will be squared with multiply, and in multiply with 0.4308 will equal 0.00334, and therefore, and this equals 0.00246, and this is my answer for x to the power 5 plus z to the power 5. And when you, and because I wanted to have the answer to x to the power 5 plus y to the power 5 plus z to the power 5, I'm just going to add 0.00246 to 1.4308 to the power 5, and this is approximately equal to 5.998, which would be 8, which is near about equal to 6. So x to the power 5 plus y to the power 5 plus z to the power 5 equals 6. And in the same way, even though you can just calculate these variables raised to any power by just raising this number to the same power. So for example, if you want x to the power 6 plus y to the power 6 plus z to the power 6, it would just be equal to 1.4308 to the power 6. And the reason for that is because z to the power 6 and x to the power 6 is just too small for them to matter. The addition of these two numbers is just too small for them to matter. because like I said, the value is in complex numbers and they are very small, and they and the complex imaginary part just can try their best to cancel each other, and that's why you just need to calculate the answer by raising this number to any power that you're raising these variables to. But let's say if that wasn't the case, even then you could just calculate by knowing that z multiplied by x equals this number, and therefore if you want to have this raised to the power 6, you just multiply cube plus z cubed by itself, and this would give you the answer to this, with you knowing that whenever you see variables in the form of zx, you can just calculate it by putting this value into it. And let's say if you want to calculate it to the power of 7, you can just multiply x to the power 3 z to the power with the square of x square plus z square to the square. You can just multiply these two, and you can just multiply their values. So x square plus z square equals minus 0.0473, and x cube plus z cube equals this. So you can find any combination. You can pretty much calculate for it to raise to the power to any number by just multiplying these two numbers with each other and these two by each other. And you have to do it the same way, because remember that no matter how much power you raise these numbers to, you're always going to get the extra variables in the form of zx, and you can eliminate them by putting this value. And that's why you can calculate and these variables raised to any power by knowing these two information. First is zx equals this, and second is that y equals 1.